Hello everyone, my name is Esther Byll from Unseal the Truth. I have something new today. It is official. We have a sweatshirt for Unseal the Truth. For everyone or anyone that want to donate, you give your size and then you have that on the website, Unseal the Truth website, of any donation to have this sweatshirt Unseal the Truth. Okay, now today, let's go in the kitchen. You come in the kitchen with me. I'm inviting you to have something special to cook for dinner. Okay. What I'm going to cook today is one of my sisters. She's no longer here, Francesca. One of her favorite food. As we grow cooking, you have to cook. That is who we are. Like African, we love to eat and we love to cook. And part of every dish have a story. And this story I'm going to make today is to remember my sister Francesca. Okay. And first let me wash my hand. And then we have a chicken here. And all we need is, we just need a few parts of the chicken, not all the chicken. Okay, I have to wash the chicken. And then the part that I don't like, I'll cut it off. Like the butt, I don't like it. Some people love it, but I don't. That part has to go away. And this part is too big. I have to cut it in half. Let's be careful so we don't cut our fingers. When I chop it, I have to move my hand away and smash it with the knife, so no accident. We don't want any accident. Okay, I cut this part in half, and then maybe somebody might like the bigger part, so I'll leave that there. And what I'll do is, I have a seasoning here. This season is made with ginger, garlic, cloves, onions, anise. I put all of that together and then I blend it. When I blend that, it brings kind of a good smell, which that I have to stuff in the chicken. I'll cut some of the parsley. We have a parsley here. I want some of the parsley to go in the seasoning. Let's wash again this knife. I have to chop the parsley. This one you have to be careful because the parsley is so small, but I have to chop it. So when you are chopping, you have to be very careful so you do not cut your finger. Okay, that's enough. Now I will take, okay, I finished chopping the parsley. Now the season that I just show you, I have to take it like this. Whereas Africa, we do not measure. Yeah, they measure everything. Half cup of this, 2 tablespoons of this. We don't do that. In Africa, you use your eyes and then you think, oh, what kind of measure that can go in the chicken. So, like this, I put it on the parsley. I need a little bit more because I coordinate my eyes with the chicken. I know that is how much I need. That's enough. And then I don't use the salt at all. Somehow, I don't know, I don't use the salt to cook. What I use is, I use this. I need a little bit of paper towel to open this. That's it. I use bouillon, but I have to make sure it's not too fat for cholesterol. So I need a flavor, a little bit salt flavor, but I don't use salt. What I use is I use a bouillon. Okay, I need a little bit bouillon in that. So what I do is I will rinse this spoon, and then I can measure again with my eyes how much I need for the chicken. This is enough. All I need is to have a flavor for the chicken. Okay, now I'll mix the parsley and the seasoning and the bouillon together. Now I have a finger. I'll poke a little hole in the chicken, and then I have to stuff it, not too much. I stuff this seasoning in the chicken, and then I'll rub the chicken with a little bit more, and then this seasoning have to go all over in the chicken. You just poke it with your finger, and then you can push the seasoning deep in the chicken. It have to go all over in the chicken for flavor. With finger you can do so much with the meat. You don't need a knife to poke that hole. No, you don't need that. All you need is your finger to poke the hole and stuff the seasoning inside the chicken. As I say, we calculate with our eyes as African, and then you don't need the measuring spoon, all of that. Do you see how much I have left? That's enough for the last piece of the chicken. There we go. And it is done. Now what I'm going to do is all seasoning, and you have a stuffed seasoning inside the chicken. Now I'll rinse my hand, and we have to go on the stove. Here I need, let me wipe the water off my hand, and now we need to come here on the stove. Now we come back here with the stove. I have to turn on the stove. Okay, and I need oil because something magical is going to happen here. I put some oil in it. Not too much, that's enough. Okay, now I have to bring the chicken here. There, let me see. Okay, I have to bring the chicken right here and waiting for the oil to warm up. And how we know the oil is hot is, as African, we will put a little bit of onion or something. We put a little bit onion. Just a little bit onion. In the oil, waiting for the oil to warm up. Once this onion starts frying, I know, wow, it's ready to put the chicken in. So we just wait right now for the oil to heat up, and then we'll continue. Okay, like a time is morning. I have enough chicken here. I'm not sure all the chicken will fit in this oil. Like a time is morning. Let's bring another skillet. Put it here. We put more oil in it, so we don't have. I don't have to fry here and wait until this is over and take the meat off and then put more meat. We do it together because time is morning. And I need more onion here. Okay. Okay, this one is heating up. I'm still waiting until it gets brown, and then I know, because the chicken have to heat up. I'm not cooking it to just get done here. No, it has to brown, heat up and brown here, and then we do something with it later in that pot. While I'm waiting, you guys, if you want it, while we are waiting for the oil to heat up, you just have 5 or 10 seconds if you want to get some cookies or some tea, and then you take something and come back. Okay, I already sent and go. Okay, like what we are doing here, let's come in the kitchen. While we are in the kitchen, we can also know this. Cooking is to feed our physical body, but also we need also a word of God to feed our spiritual body, because God himself said, men do not live by bread alone. Bread alone is the cooking to feed our physical body, and then we can be strong to carry life, to do great things with life. So when God is saying, men do not live by bread alone, while we are cooking, we do not forget the spiritual part. And when we get hit by life problem, we know, and the problem will not always stay there. For God himself said, I will always be with you. I will never leave you nor forsake you. We just have to switch our mind away from the problem, and then remember God said constant renewal of our mind. When we take our mind away from the problem, we depend on God to give us the strength to come in the kitchen and cook and eat and then be happy. Now this onions now is brown. That means the chicken is ready to go in this one. But don't worry, if the fork is not picking it up, Huh?
Say that again because I cut that by mistake. Go ahead.
If I am natural, if the fork could not pick it up, don't worry. You see my hand picking it up. But I just have to be careful to not get too close to the earth, because no accident. You have to cook and be happy. You don't want any accident here. Perfect. Now, hey, oh my God, it's smelling already. The flavor started coming out. It's smelling good. But we don't have to wait too much for this to get done. No. While this is getting cooked, you come back here in the kitchen with me, because I have to get most of stuff already while the chicken is getting cooked. Let me rinse this. You don't worry, because they are all going together in the pot. So I just rinse the seasoning of the bowl and then put it back in here. Now, we need a cabbage. I have to cut the cabbage. You see? And then we need the eggplant. As I told you, this is one of my sister that is no longer with us. One of her favorite dishes. We cut the eggplant. And then I need the carrots. I have to clean off the carrot. I'll take those away and then cut it big, not small. Like one long big carrot, I can cut it in four. And this one also, I clean up the carrot. And then I cut the back and the head off and put them away. That's it. Now, yuca. Have you ever tried yuca? That is a good stuff. Yuca, you cut it like that, the head off. And then now you just open it a little bit to take the skin off. While I'm doing this, I'm still watching that so it doesn't get burnt, okay? I'm checking on that because we don't want the chicken to get burnt. Okay. I rinse it. And then the yuca also needs to be cut off here. Always be careful. You cannot be cooking and cut your finger. You don't want any accident. So this is ready. Now let's come back here. I'm waiting. Okay, while I'm waiting, you also you can rest a little bit. Okay. While this is still getting cooked, I have to put the cabbage, the eggplant, the cassava, and then the carrot. in this pot. And then, let me rinse my hand. I have to put water on it. Still like an African. I don't need a measuring cup, all of that. No, my eyes can see this and see the water have to come on top of the vegetables and everything that I put in here. The water just have to come a little bit on top of it. Here we go. And then I'm going to use part of this water when everything cooks. I have to keep some like a sauce here with all of these ingredients and take part of the sauce to cook a rice. Okay, now let me put this here. And then the reason why we are cooking all of this chicken, come for the chicken now to go in this. Oh, this is perfect. It goes here. 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 Look at me, I'm smiling. That is a good stuff right there. Now let me turn this off. Okay. And then I need I put bouillon before inside the chicken. Now I need some size of bouillon for the flavor to bring all of these things together with a flavor because it's a big casserole. So all I need is to put like 3 little spoon of that and cover this now. Let it cook. Everything have to cook together. Hello again, everybody. How are you? Okay, I'm inviting you back in the kitchen. And while this is all here, remember, eggplant, carrot, cassava, cabbage, and the chicken, and some water and little bit bouillon. While it is there, getting ready to cook, I have to start getting the rice ready. This is a broken rice. How do you call that? And it's not a long rice. It's a broken rice. So it's like a half of the rice, all cut in pieces. Let me open it and show you how it looks like. I'm African. Don't worry about that. I don't have to be too perfect to open this and making it fancy. No, I just want to open the box and show you guys. This is kind of rice. It is not a long rice. It's a broken rice. So I have to. Now I use that oil. I use canola oil to fry the chicken. But to put something to eat, I like to use olive oil. I'll drop a little bit of olive oil. Not too much, just a drop of olive oil so the rice doesn't get sticky in the pan. So I drop a little bit of olive oil there. I'll put the rice here, like frying the rice. But what I'm doing here, I'm getting this rice ready to go back in that later. So I have to fry the rice. And we have cassava. Cassava is already a carb. So we don't need too much rice because that will be carb and carb. So what we are doing here is just some rice to complete the cooking. So I have to make sure this heat up and fry on low heat. I have to be mixing it. What is heating up is getting loose. So when I take part of the sauce here to cook this rice, is not stick together. No, it have to be kind of like we got something like fluffy rice. People don't cook what way we cook. Oh boy, that is one thing for African. Oh boy, we love to eat, we love to cook, make a good meals, and then why you are cooking, the reason why we love to cook, we love to eat is doing all of this is also, you don't just have to be praying and know you are spiritual. Doing this, your heart is in what you are doing, what you are bringing in the kitchen, what you are doing in the kitchen. It polish our patience, it polish our love. You have to love to cook for people to eat, and then when you cook a good meal for people to eat, that means you put your heart in the meal. That is what this is all about. People don't understand who God is. God is in the kitchen. He is in your heart. While you are cooking, you are bringing something good out of the meal to feed the people. And then, welcome back. While I was mixing this, how I know it's getting cooked is now it's getting wider, because when you see it before, it's just a rice, but now when you see in the pot, not a high heat, no, low heat, but you have to put your heart in it and mixing it always and make sure it's not burned. And then while you are doing that, your eyes is focusing on what you are doing, and you see it's changing color, it's turning wider. And then it doesn't have to be brown, it's just low, medium heat to mix it with a little bit drop of olive oil to mix it. And then now I know it's done. It's not cooked to eat, it is just a little bit fried. I prepare this to get it ready. When this is all done, I'll take part of the sauce to cook this one. Okay, now this one is ready because it's all cooked, is white. And then when you put your finger on it, you know it heat up. Now I have to move it from here to here so it doesn't get burnt. I leave it right here and waiting for this sauce to get done. Okay, this is ready. It's all done, waiting for the sauce. Welcome back. What we have left to do is the sauce. The pot is heating up. It's coming. It's gonna start boiling soon. But how it get done is I have cassava, eggplant, cabbage, carrot, and the meat in it. So it's gonna cook until later. I have to take the cassava out and check the cassava. If the cassava is like the cassava is hard, but the time the cassava will get done and cook, ready to eat, that means that is the time that the chicken also is cooked. So I just want to let you know something specific about that. We don't just open and say, oh, it's boiling, it's cooked. No. How do you know it's cooked? Get the cassava out, check on it, and say, wow, it's soft now, oh, ready to eat. So you know, wow, cassava take time to get done, to get cooked. The time that get cooked, that give the time for the chicken also to get ready to eat. So we just wait for this to start boiling and getting ready to check on later. Okay, see you soon. Hello again. This is Esther Byll, and I'm inviting you into my kitchen. Okay. As you see, this start boiling. Is boiling. Why is boiling? Well, you can smell the flavor of those seasoning that are mixed together to put in the chicken, which is ginger, garlic, onion, cloves, anise, black pepper. All of that in a real, no powder. I got them all fresh, and then blended them to make a paste, which I use with parsley, chopped parsley, to stuff in the chicken. And fry the chicken, put it in the sauce together with cabbage, eggplant, carrot, and cassava. Now, I didn't put tomato in it because sometimes we put tomato to give a color to the sauce, but this one, no tomato at all. I'm making a white sauce. So while everything is getting cooked together, you can see the color start changing. That will bring the thickness of the sauce later. The cassava will give the thickness of the sauce. The eggplant will fall into it, and then the sauce will have a white sauce color, which we, oh, I'm swallowing myself up. So which we use to cook the rice. Okay, so now it starts cooking. You can smell it, you can see it, the change. It's making it a white sauce. Okay, thank you.
Okay, good.
Yes. Okay, hello. Thank you for coming back in Esther's kitchen. Okay, what we are going to do now is we have to check. I'm going to check if the cassava is cooked. Okay, you see, when it is it's still boiling, you can smell it, you can see the cabbage, you can see the carrot, all of that. But now I have to search for the cassava. Here is the cassava. I took the cassava out. I have to check if it is soft. Ooh. Look at this. It's soft. Once it's soft, it's like falling apart. It is ready to eat. That means most of the carrot, the eggplant, do you see the eggplant also is falling apart. It's cooked. The chicken is cooked, and then the chicken is spreading its juice in the sauce. That brings a very good flavor to the sauce, because I need all of these things to go in the sauce so I can take part of the sauce to cook the rice. So now I know the cassava is ready. You excuse me, I'm going to taste the sauce because it's cooked. I want to eat it. Oh, it's falling in my mouth. That is very good. Okay, now let me rinse my finger a little bit. Okay, and then we come back here. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to use the cup to whatever. As an African woman, I need this sauce in that pot. I need some of this sauce that have everything in it. I need it in that pot. What I'll do, I'll take this and this. Be careful. I'm not asking you to do it like how I am going to do it, because me, I'm grown in that, doing that since a young age to learn how to cook. So I'm used to how to take sauce from here to there. You, if you guys want to do it, you just have to use the cup to take the sauce from here to here. That is safer, okay? It's safer. We have to be safe. We don't have to be cooking and have an accident. No, 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 no. I'm using this cup to just take some sauce from here to here. I need enough sauce. I can see with my eyes how much sauce I need to cook that rice. Perfect. Why I did this, now I have to turn this burner lower. I have to turn it lower. Lower. Very low, because it's uncooked, but I just want to keep it up here while the rice is getting cooked, for this to still getting tender and softer. So it's lower now. It's gonna be here cooking. Now I have to take, you excuse me, I have to take this now. I have to turn this on. I turn the burner on, not high, not low. Remember I cooked this rice before I fried it a little bit. I didn't fry it to get it burnt or brown, no. I just fry it to bring it more fluffy, and then the color from normal rice turn to white. And then now I'll put this rice in the sauce here. Nothing left behind. I put all the rice in this sauce. The sauce that I took from this, I put it here, put the rice in it. Now I have to let it boil. When it boils, I'll turn it down later. While I'm waiting for it to be boiling, you guys go have some cup of tea or some crackers, and you come back in the kitchen in a few minutes, okay? Okay. I just want to show you how the sauce is going. You see everything in the sauce. You see the chicken, carrot, cabbage, eggplant, cassava is already, but I keep it on low heat to keep the flavor still going inside each other. And then I took this sauce to cook the rice. Normally we cook rice. Normally anybody can cook rice. We cook rice. You want to cook rice and eat, you can cook rice any way you want it, to just put it in the water and cook. But this kind of rice, the reason why I fry the rice is this kind of rice is different. This is a broken rice first, and then it has to be cooked with the sauce. If you take that rice, you just put it in the pot, put the sauce on it, it's gonna sit down and then be stick together. Now, this kind of rice we are cooking is the sauce come from this sauce, and then the rice have to be fried a little bit, so when you put the sauce on it, it doesn't stick together. No. So now you can hear the rice is being boiled. It's almost done. Now I have to turn the heat on lower. Now you see the rice is getting cooked. The water is almost evaporating. Why the water is going down? I have to turn the heat low, 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 and then this time is not the heat or the water that have to cook it. The steam, only the steam have to cook it. That's why it have to go lower, and then the water is almost evaporating of it. One need to get this rice well done and fluffy is the steam. I have to make sure I cover this all the way. Make sure no air come out. Sometimes I do it with a paper towel or I do it with a foil. I cover it and put the lid to hold this. Now it stay there for a few more minutes. When we come back, I'll show you. Hello people, yes, welcome back in Esther's kitchen. Okay, while we are letting the sauce cool down while it's still cooking and the rice also is getting cooked, we have to get our other food ready, which is the salad. Like I said, today is the spirit of my sister that is no longer here, Francheska. Some of these are her favorite dish. When she cook, she involves us. Even though we are grown learning how to cook, still when she cooks, oh, everybody have to bring their life, their love, their everything in it. Oh boy, that is how we grow. So those things I'm cooking today is some of her favorite dishes, and then she cook and invite us to eat. So the way she makes the salad is this. You cut the head off. This is romaine lettuce. She will cut the head off. But wow, my sister would take a time to take this and then to take this off each lettuce. So I show you how she does it, but now we just have to cut this off. You know what I'm doing now. She takes this off. Oh, the leaf. She takes this off. Okay, now you see how I'm doing it. You just keep the leaf and then we are done with. Oh, and then not only Francheska will take that off now, she will cut it so small, like this. Wow, very small. She cut it so small. Anyway, she was born in Togo, West Africa. She was born in Togo, but still she was married in other part of West Africa, Senegal. She was married there, have to move in Senegal and came back with another different way of cooking and so many way of other dishes. So she called it so small, and then I'll call the other one like exactly what I just did. And then when she did that, she's red onions. She'll cut the red onions, and then you take those things off, you take this off, and then she'll slice also the red onion very thin. Now we are cutting it, we have to be careful of our fingers. You don't want to cook and then just have an accident. No. To be careful for your finger. And then you see she cut, do you see? Wow, she cut the red onion very thin because we have to eat all of this. So she'll cut the red onion so thin, and then she'll put it here to make her own vinaigrette. Okay, that is the only time I use salt. I don't use salt in my food. But for the vinaigrette, we put a little bit salt in it, and then fresh black pepper, mustard. I'm not asking you to buy a specific mustard, but mustard have to go in the salad dressing. I'm African, we measure with our eyes. Okay, olive oil. And balsamic vinegar. And then we mix all of this together. And then when we mix all of this together, it gives time to the onion to be soaked in the mustard, salt and pepper, and olive oil and balsamic vinegar. It will be sitting down for a few minutes before we add it to the salad. Thank you. Okay, we are getting close for the dinner to be ready. Now let's go check on the rice. You have to be careful when you open this because I took this off, but I have to take the foil also off. I covered it with the foil so the steam was the only thing that have to cook. And then now let's see how it comes so far. Do you see? It's fluffy. It's fluffy. It's not sticky. Look at this. And then it was cooked with the gravy, with the sauce coming from this sauce. That is what we use to cook the rice. So it has all the flavor coming from this in it. So it's fluffy. And you see those things, you see part of the eggplant, you see part of the cassava, all of that in it. So dinner is ready. Okay, we are almost, this is Esther Byll from Unseal the Truth. We made a nice meal today. The name of the meal, I'll call it Francheska's favorite because I'm basing today on my sister's spirit to cook her some of her meals. So I'll give the name for this one, Francheska's favorite. That is the name of this meal we cook today. So it's all done. It's all done. Now the rice is cooked. The sauce is ready. Look at that. Oh boy. I cannot wait to eat this. This is a Roman lettuce. It is very good for decoration. So the dinner is ready. We have to present the dinner. So what I will do is let me turn this off. Turn this off because it's all done. I'll put some rice. Not all the rice, I'm just doing it for decoration, but normally we put the rice in one dish and put this in another dish, and then we serve the rice in our plate and put all of the little piece of all of this on it and eat. So the way we put it in the small bowl, I'm going to put that here, present that here, and in decoration, so you see how it goes. Okay. I won't fill it up too much, okay? It's just for presentation. Okay, when you have a small bowl, that is what you do. You put the rice there. And let me turn on it because I want it to still be hot. You do that, and then you take the meat that you want. Remember, that is the chicken. And this is the cabbage, carrot. And now I'm looking for the cassava. The eggplant. The eggplant and the carrot. And then you put some sauce on it. And then that is how it goes. That is how it goes in your plate. And then you enjoy. I'm going to put it right there on the table. Okay. Okay, see you soon. Oh, wow. We all cook together. Thank you for coming in my kitchen today to invite try Francesca's. I named this food Francesca's favorites. And now dinner is ready. And let me taste it, and I'll let you know how it tastes like. Okay. You have the rice and you have the cabbage, carrot, and eggplant. I won't take all the chicken because I'm inviting you to join me also. You have some left there. Okay. I'll taste it and tell you how it tastes like. Okay. Let me taste, take some wine. This one is a homemade wine from Italian grapes. So I'll take some wine. And then, now let me taste the food. Wow, this is good. The carrot, the cabbage, the eggplant, the cassava. Let me taste the cassava. This is the cassava. And the chicken. Remember, I stuffed the seasoning in the chicken. All of that comes together. You can feel it. It is very good, delicious and complete. And I wash it off with homemade wine from Italian grapes. Wow. And bon appetit. Oh.
Hold on. Just for bon appetit. Bon appetit again.
And bon appetit. I'm inviting you all in Esther's kitchen in Esther. And do not forget to support Unseal the Truth and support Unseal the Truth by ordering the sweatshirt. Thank you.